Alright, first thing we're going to do is take a measurement of the weight. Alright, we got our scale zeroed out. Let's see what this thing weighs. Let's call it 3.2 pounds. So let's see how much equipment that we can put in here and put this thing to the test. Okay, we're going to start off with all the Fluke multimeters I have, see if we can fill this up. Let's go with the big gun right now, Fluke 990 DSL. Alright, there's the shoulder strap. I'll talk about that in a second. Alright, 990 DSL. Oh, that's right. I was cleaning this thing out. This 289 had some corrosion in there and I was cleaning it out, so alright, there's 289 number one, and Fluke 289 with the IR 3000 Fluke Connect adapter on there. I'm going to do a review on that sometime soon, but it wasn't everything that I thought it was going to be, but it does exactly what it says it's supposed to, which is allow you to connect to this meter over your phone. But I was hoping that they would have it to where you could actually update the meter from here, since it has that mini USB connector on there, and save yourself the hassle of buying the USB to IR connector. So there's Fluke 289 number 2. There's Fluke 87.5 and a Fluke 117, a Fluke 16, a Fluke 26.3. Put that in one of the side pouches. Put the Fluke 16 in a side pouch. 117 in a side pouch. Alright, let's see what else we got. There's an oldie but a goodie, Fluke 73. We will put that down the bottom. What else we got? Fluke 12B. Still working. I think I got that at a pawn shop for a couple bucks. So I was like, well, I'll keep it as a backup, or if one of my family needs a multimeter that I don't mind them beating up. So there's a Fluke 12. Fluke 27 FM. Try not to turn these things on when I'm putting it in there. Fluke 87.5, and we're up to, we just broke 20 pounds. Alright, and let's put some butt sets in there. This is Harris, but Fluke, I believe, owns Harris now. So there's a TS25D. That's seen better days. Yeah, that was a pawn shop find as well too. I think I got this thing for 25 bucks. But so there's a Harris TS25D. I believe the Fluke model is under the same model number, TS25. So there's the Fluke inside plant butt set. I believe this is a Harris as well too. This is a Fluke TS22. Put that. That'll fit lovingly in there. And all right. The good news is I don't think I'm going to run out of multimeters, which was a possibility. Let me see if I can do this with stuff that's just on my bench. Fluke bag. I needed to put these leads in there a long time ago anyway. It looks like that's all the leads I've got. I won't throw. Oh, I see a couple other ones. All right. Fluke I410 clamp. I believe this is an AC and a DC clamp. It is for plugging directly into DMM. Let's see what else I got. Oh, found one. There's another Fluke 27FM. FM standing for military, and standing for military. Let's see. Here's Fluke 73.3 that was in a fire, and my buddy thought I could do something with it. Unfortunately, I'm not an electronics repair person, so that has just sat on my bench. All right, I don't know about you, but I think we've got room for let's see if we can bust maybe let's see if we can put another 10 pounds in it. All right, so I think that's all the Flukes off my bench. I guess I'm gonna have to go to the ones. All right, so Fluke 87.5 and 1587 is going to round out the top part of it. All right, I'm going to have to swap a couple of these out. I'll put this Fluke TS52 in the top. I'll put the Fluke 337 on outside pouch, and see if we can get a Fluke 87 in here. All right, and I think we're gonna barely have room for this punch down tool, but I'm gonna try to max it out. Oh, that'll go easy on one of the side pouches over here. And then that leaves us, I don't know if we're gonna break 35 pounds, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. All right, can you see that? I think we're at 31.6. Let's see what we can get. Oh yeah, that bad boy is going to fit right there. All right, the T-Pack made it a little tough to fit in there, but all right, let's put the 561 on the side. Take that punch down tool out of there, and punch down tool on the side at 87.5. All right, I think I'm out of Fluke test equipment here on my bench, portable test equipment. And I don't think I have any more room in the pouches either. I think the pouches are filled up. And I think the back pouches, all right, I had to do it, so let's just take a Tektronix meter, stuff that down in there. Yeah, there we go. So we got a Tektronix TX3. Hopefully nobody gets mad at me for doing that. Let's see if we can get 35 pounds. God dang it. All right, we're going to do one more piece of Fluke equipment somewhere around here. Just going to put it over. Yes, all right. And I guess what we could do is actually probably attach this to one of the hand straps there. Let's get all these multimeters back out of there and take a look at the bag and its features and benefits. What I got with my Fluke bag was a shoulder strap and the bag itself. So none of those multimeters were included. Right from here, it says steel bar reinforced frame, rugged ballistic cloth with heavy duty hardware, large zipper storage compartment with 25 pockets. I'd imagine they're talking about the 25 pockets that are in there. Actually, they're probably talking about the whole bag. Weather resistant, and you can carry all your tools for your job. So let's take a look at it real quick. So you got two of these mesh pockets on the inside. I kind of like the mesh pockets because they don't get dirt down in there. You don't have to worry about cleaning them out, which you do with these big pockets. It's got a nice hook on the inside. I'd probably put a backup set of keys or just some of the keys that I normally use in case I forget them in the truck. If you take a look at the stitching on the inside of these pockets, not only does it look like it's double stitch, it actually looks like it has a thicker thread right here on the top. So it has this seam right here which goes all the way over and to that plastic. It looks like that plastic right there, just judging by these little ridges, you might be able to see that on film. It's got ridges in there. It looks like that plastic is actually part of the cloth, like they put it together in one process where they have the cloth material and then they heat up the rubber and set that on the back of it so it's adhered to the back of it and it's not just a lining. So that's one nice thing about these pouches on the inside is that heavy duty threading all the way around. Let's see what it looks like on the inside back here. And then they've got it obviously threaded, it's stitched together pretty heavy duty in here, and then it's got this cover on it to prevent it from fraying, which is kind of nice. And these pockets right here are made of elastic, so they will give a little bit. And then it's got some smaller pockets on the other side, actually a double set of pockets. See, now that I don't like. I would rather have 2 or 3 of these. Well, I take that back. I'd rather have this whole bottom row and none of these top ones. I would just like these top ones right here to be a little bit deeper, because I would imagine once you start putting screwdrivers in there, you're not going to be able to get a screwdriver in there. Either that or have a hole in the bottom of these, so that way you can actually get the screwdriver in there and it'll go all the way through the bottom and kind of hold it in there. So put a hole in the bottom of those would probably be nice. And the other thing is it wouldn't collect any debris. The other thing is there's different sizes, like this one right here, this wide one. It looks kind of cool, but the way that they have it stitched is to where I don't think it would fit anything that I can think of. Maybe something like that, maybe like a small screwdriver, but maybe industrial electricians or other different fields have a requirement for that size of bag. I'm just trying to think of what tools would fit in there. First thing that come to my mind is the old school cell phones would fit perfectly in there. The flip phones, but nobody carries any flip phones anymore. See, something like that, like this utility blade, that'd work perfect. So I guess if you had a bunch of thin tools, that would work just right. And then down here on the bottom, one thing I could think of for that, the bottom ones are just like spare electrical tape. I guess you could probably do something like that, some of the small stuff. See if there's anything else around here. Yeah, like these. See, that's a little too tall for like small stuff. So I guess you could probably fit some small hand tools in there. That looks pretty good. Some of these smaller ones I'm just grabbing off the top of my bench. These taller ones, they actually seem like they fit better in the bottom. So that would fit probably pretty good. Some smaller hand tools, nothing like anything like this 5-way or 11-way, whatever it is. I don't think that would fit all that well in there. So these pockets right here are actually pretty big. Let's just take a relatively big multimeter like this 26.3. I think this is made into the 179 now. I could be wrong. Let's put that in there and see what we get. Yeah, see, that would fit fine. And then let's see if we got an 87.5. All right. Let's take this 87.5 with the probes hooked up to it. and that would work as well too. It's actually got quite a bit of room in there. And then you could probably do a couple cordless guns, a couple bags of wrenches, and a couple bags of miscellaneous hand tools, such as Allen wrenches and screwdrivers and stuff like that. But it's got plenty of room for your meters. Let's see if this thing fits on the side too. Ooh, it fits really good in there, especially with the probes. Maybe if the elastic strap was a little bit tighter, that might be nice. I think this one over here is a tad bit tighter, so that would be good for a bigger meter. Let's see about that one. See, that fits pretty good. I think those are about the same size. Yeah, but that fits really good in there with the probes, if you leave your probes to your meters like I do. So that's pretty much for the inside. But it looks like these pouches right here, the ones on the outside and the ones on the ends, the big pouches on the outside and the ones on the ends, are perfect size for multimeter and bigger size tools. I just wish they would have made these just a little bit different for my needs. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that use these smaller hand tools like this, electronics guys, that would be perfect for. But so that's what the inside looks like, and it's got a steel reinforced top part right here with this heavy duty material, which is looks like it's single stitched, and a heavy duty zipper that goes all the way across the top. So you probably couldn't put all the meters that I had in there and still zip it up to the top. But one thing I do like about this is, check this out, is you got two zippers. Sometimes when you have two zippers and you have the bag full, it will make it easier to zip all the way up. The other thing is if you're on a job site and you had to walk away from it for a second, you could actually throw a zip tie on there, or a small little lock. I don't know who carries little locks with them, but you could put a zip tie on there, and at least you would know as if anybody got in your bag or not. So I do like having the double zipper on there. So that pretty much covers the inside and outside, or excuse me, just the inside. And looks like all that stitching in there is superb. See all that stitching. Look at that. It's so not only is the zipper stitched, but then it's got this heavy piece of material stitched over the top of that on both sides with, as you can see, you could probably see it in there, it's got like a 1/4 inch rod that goes from this break all the way over and all the way around the other side, and gives you a steel frame all the way around this. So that's pretty nice. It's going to definitely be durable. But the one thing I like about it is it allows you to keep the bag open like this when you've got stuff in there, without this whole thing collapsing in on you, and you can't throw hand tools in there or grab stuff easily. So let's take a look at the outside real quick. I'm going to call this the front of it, since it's got the Fluke logo on there. And man, that looks slick right there, doesn't it? It's just got a single threading all the way around there. And see, this is where you could really tell some quality. So they've got the handle that goes all the way around, and then where the actual strap goes into it, the shoulder strap, I'll show you here in a second. They took an extra piece of material and went all the way to the bottom with it, and then they double stitch it on top of this. And then look at that right there. They got a double stitch there, and then they've got this X configuration right there. That way the strap has plenty of material to grab onto. And the same for the back. So this is the back side, and it's only got 2 pockets. I'm glad I checked that out. So it's only got 2 pockets on the back side, but if you've got a bigger meter, like a 27.9, I don't know if I'd put that on the outside like that, but if you did want to, it would definitely fit that in there. It would definitely fit 2 of them in there. Those will fit perfectly in there. It's got 2 pouches with the drawstrings on the end. I don't think I would really ever use these, but they're there if you need them. I mean, it fit a 117 with the meter in there, and then it fit a 561 temperature gun in there as well too. And then on the outside, or on the front side again, it has 3 medium-sized pouches, which without the probes, there's a 26.3. Without the probes, it'll fit that pretty good. But again, I don't think I'm putting any multimeters on the outside. I think if I'm putting anything on the outside, it's something like this. So that's what the outside looks like. Let's take a look at the strap real quick and get the review over, and then get to the good news. So the strap, at first when I saw the strap, so the strap is high quality. It's got these clamps that overlap each other, so they're going to last a long time. And the material that this is made out of is heavy duty. Again, double stitching at this X brace right there. So I think the strap's going to last a long time. I've never been a big fan of straps on these bigger bags. They seem like they get in the way. But when I looked at it, I was like, hold on, why do you have a strap right here? A strap connection right there, and then why is it like this on the other side? And I kind of figured it out. The reason being is caddy corner like that obviously is to support the weight on one side or the other, but I was thinking that these should actually be on the ends. But the reason being that they have this is that way when you've got your shoulder through it, it's at a diagonal on your back, so it actually fits a little bit more comfortably. So overall, I'd like to put this through a 10-year test that I did with my other bag. I'll leave a link into it right here, and you guys can check that out. That's the bag that I use every day. That's a CLC 1509. I think that this bag is going to be far more durable than that overall. The other thing I forgot to mention is it feels like it's got some hard polycarbonate in the bottom. And that rubber right there is got a really nice pattern in it, so I don't think it's going to move around if you set it on the back of your toolbox. But the good news about this is I want to give this thing away to subscribers of the forum. I'd like to give it away to subscribers of YouTube, because that's where you're watching it, and that's obviously the easiest for you to get to if you're already watching it just by typing comments in. But unfortunately, the way that YouTube has the contest set up, one of the first things it says, in order to hold a contest on there, it has to be a contest of skill. And if I'm drawing names out of a hat, it's not a contest of skill. The other thing is, I don't think they allow you to just do free giveaways anymore, which is kind of disappointing. But YouTube has been such a great platform for me to do personal and professional videos. I don't want to jeopardize any of that by going against any of the agreements that I have with them. So anyways, I'm going to give this away. I'm going to give it away on accesscontrolforum.com, and I'm going to give it away after we go out of beta and we turn the forum on. So it's going to be a few months from now. It'll probably be May or June before we actually announce it, and then it'll probably be middle of July before we actually do a drawing. And there's not going to be anything to it. We're going to start a separate thread for it on probably the YouTube board, and you put your name on the board, say that I'm in, and I'm going to draw all the names after we're done with the period of entry, and whoever gets it, gets it. So again, thank you to Fluke for appreciating your customers. This was just one of the regular surveys that I did for them that was 15-20 questions, and they put me in a drawing for the bag, and I won it. And then on top of that, the customer service after that, it was almost as though I had bought the bag. That's how nice they were to me. Thanks to Maureen at Fluke, and thank you for giving me this bag. And I'm going to now give it to one of my users, and appreciation for them going to the forum. So C550 by Fluke, links will be down below, and this would be a great bag if you need a big tool bag to fit your meters and regular work tools in.